What's up, y'all? It's Kyra of Cameo Beauty, and today I'm here with the haul. So this is where I got everything from. I hope y'all can see that good. These are the lip brushes. Now I'm gonna use these for lashes when I'm doing lashes. This is what you use to put the sealant on there between the lash line and like the base of the lash. That's what you use to seal it with. And I guess you can use these to do it as well. But I don't know. I just like it better when you use these. These I would use to clean the lashes with. I hope you can see that. And let me remind you, y'all, this haul was well over $100, y'all. Like well over $100. But I got a lot of good stuff, supplies that's needed for the shop and everything. So I can't be too mad about it. Now, if I had have just ordered from the vendor straight, it probably would have came out a little cheaper. But these were things that I needed like right now. So I just went ahead and got them. These are the lash positioning stickers. Now I love these, y'all. These are so good because like when you in training or at school or whatever, they teach you to just draw on the tape, how you want everything or the design. They teach you to draw it out first and then, go in and do it. But when you are sectioning out, when you're doing sections, they don't always come out equal. And I like these because all of the sections are portioned equally. So that's why I like these. Now the thing that I wish they were a little wider. You see how skinny they are around here? I wish it was a little wider. A little more room to write down things on there because sometimes people have their lashes are in layers and it just works better if you can just like, number the layers. And for that, I wish it was a little more room with these. But they'll do just fine. Table mats. This is something that you want to use to put under your tools. You want to disinfect the surface that you're going to use, and then you want to have this between the surface and your tools, just for that little extra cushion. And sometimes it can make for a nice design as well, especially if you can find some to go with your color scheme or your logo. These work very well. I'm gonna take it out the box so you can see it. It's a white one. I wish they had a pink one, but I couldn't find a pink one. It was either this or black. And I'm pretty sure if they had a pink one, it would be more expensive just because it was pink. I like this little tray right here because it sinks in when you close it. And so you would just put the Marvicide or Barbicide, however you want to put it, inside here. Mix it with a little water. You'll set the tools in here for about a good 10 minutes. And then you'll take them out, dry them off or whatever, wipe them down, and then you'll place them in the sterilizer. Now, when I was doing facials, I used to work at Ulta Beauty doing facials. And we use this at Ulta Beauty. And of course, I'm gonna take it out the box so you can see it. And y'all, when y'all making y'all order or y'all go to the supplier, make sure y'all check y'all stuff, please. And they have these signs up in the stores that say, they be like, don't open the packages. But these days, you have to open the package, y'all, so you can see what you're getting to make sure everything is in there. And the thing that I'm gonna show y'all after this is exactly why I say that. Now again, I use this more often when I was doing facials at Ulta Beauty. You can see the holes right there at the bottom. And I think I'll just use those holes to stick my, to make sure the ends of my tweezers go through those holes. Because if you lay your tweezers, directly on the sharpness of them, then it kind of dulls away at the sharp. And you need your tweezers when you're doing lashes to be sharp because you have to isolate with those. You have to pick up with those. So you want them to be as sharp as possible and stay that way for as long as possible. One thing I've noticed between Marvicide and Barbicide, one of them keeps the life of the tweezers a little longer than the other. And I'm going to explain that one to you as well. So this right here, y'all. This is what I'm talking about right here. So I go to the place and I buy this. This right here. This is what you use to practice lashes on, y'all. And so these right here, you can remove these. These come out, right? So this is what the little face look like. This is the little stone that you will put in right here, and you can put glue on top of here. Or you can put the glue in these little flower things right here, and then you can stick them like right in here. Right? And then some people also use this to lay the lashes out. They'll, you know, grab a line of lashes and stick them on here. But let me show you what this box says. So this box says multifunctional mannequin replacement eyelids, right? And then it says package contents, 2 pairs of replacement eyelids and a simulated face. So I get, you know, back here to the shop, and I'm getting ready to open it up because I want to start practice doing lashes, right? So I'm like, where are the other 2 pairs, right? So now, mind you, there is already 1 pair in here, right? So I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be another pair on the side because it says 2 replacement pair on the box. It wasn't. Now, if it had been an extra pair in the box plus these, I would have been cool with that. Even if it was this pair right here and then 2 extra in the box, I would have been even more cool with that. But it wasn't. So I go back up to the shop, y'all. And I'm like, over there on the shelf, everything. I done took most of them out the box, off of the shelf. None of them have any in them, y'all. So I asked the girls that's standing up there, and I'm like, so you telling me none of these have the replacements in them? And she was like, no, they've never come that way. That's just how we always get them. And so I'm like, so you mean to tell me y'all paying for stuff and not getting everything that comes in the package? Like, why does that make sense? Why do you even feel like it's okay for you to just stand here and tell me, oh, they've always come like that? Why do you feel like that's okay? Anyway, moral of the story, y'all. When y'all go and pick up y'all stuff, check the box. Okay? Make sure you get what you're supposed to get. Please. Alright, so this is the difference. This bottle versus this bottle, y'all. Okay? This is Marvicide. This is Barbicide. Okay? 9 times out of 10, I like using the Marvicide because it has the anti-rust, right? Now with this, over a period of time, can really wear down your tweezers. I mean, really wear down your tweezers, because if you think about it, you're using this a lot. A lot. Even if you have multiple pairs of tweezers, you still use this a lot, because all those tweezers at the end of the day, throughout the day, however you sanitize and disinfect, are still getting put in this Barbicide. First of all, they got to sit in there for 10 minutes. First of all, this stuff gets rid of fungus, viruses, so it got to be strong. So for you to have to sit your tools in this for 10 minutes a day, sometimes multiple times a day, it's going to tear away at it. Now, what I like about this one is it has an anti-rust formula in it. So what I've seen personally, and this is just me, what I've seen is these prolong the life of tweezers, whereas these eat away at the tweezers. Whereas this eats away at the tweezers. This is called a glue storage tin. This is the cutest thing, y'all. It's pink, if you can't tell. I'm going to open it up because I already have a bottle of glue in here already. Open it up. See, there's the bottle of glue. And it's sealed around here. So when it closes, it's tight in there. It's very tight. And it makes the glue last a little longer because, you know, air can do some bad things to glue. It can really dry it out really bad. But the good thing about it is that comes with the glue. And I don't know if you can see that, but it has like the little pin in there, so you can just screw the top back on and it'll poke another hole in there where you need it to go. And this is the top. So this is one of the new things of wax that I got. This is professional wax, y'all. Professional wax. Don't go buying this wax trying to use it at the house, y'all, if you're not a professional. Okay, you will be mad because this stuff is hard to get out of anything, a lot of things. This is hard to get it out. Okay, it is very hard to get it out, very hard. So you really gotta know what you're doing when it comes to this. This lavender wax really works well with inflamed skin. Now, granted, you shouldn't really wax around inflamed skin, but for some people, regular wax tends to break them out, or it's very harsh on their skin. So they'll choose to use the lavender for like the cooling. Now, I'm not saying there's a cooling sensation with this wax, but what I am saying is lavender is kind of, it's like a coolant. It's like it calms you down, you know. And to use lavender products on your face means you're trying to calm down something that's inflamed or inflammation on your face, if you're not allergic to it. Now, if you're allergic to lavender, I wouldn't suggest it, but it works wonders for people with inflammation or that is not necessarily allergic to wax, but has like a huge reaction to wax. That brings me to my next product or products. This is the after and the before. Y'all, don't get it twisted just because you see them in these little bottles like this. I love the fact that they come in these little bottles, y'all. I really do. Because, let me tell you why. It teaches you moderation. It teaches you not to use so much product on one person. Okay? They're very well priced. They're about $3.99 for the two. I love these, y'all. And what I've seen is these give the skin less of a reaction than the other type, the other kind. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. So you'll have these two, right? These two right here. And sometimes these bottles themselves are like $8.99 each. Okay? Not together, but $8.99 each. And sometimes these don't really help with calming down the skin after waxing. I've seen more people have a reaction to these than to these. So that's why I like these a whole lot more. If y'all only knew how long it took me to get this set up, man. And I ain't even gonna hold you. It took me a while. Okay. Next is one of my personal products. It is the Brow and Lash Bath. And it's very gentle on the skin. It works very well with both. I use this in my services as well, especially when I'm doing lashes and or waxing of the brows. I tend to use this on the brows to clean them, just like I would use this to clean the lashes if I'm doing a set of lashes. It works very well. It's a gentle formula. It's not tested on animals. Cruelty free. This is something that you use when you are lashing. This is called a nano mister. And what it does is you put, so the crazy thing about it, when I was in school, y'all, whenever we had to mix water with anything, it was always either purified or distilled. Very seldom purified, more than often distilled. Okay, but to read the directions on this nano mister, it says to use spring water. I'm not using spring water. I'm going to use what I was taught in school, and that's distilled water. Even when I went to school at Ogle, and at Ogle they taught us to use distilled water. And even when I was working at Amazing Lash Studio, we used distilled water in the nano misters. So what you would do is you would take this over their lashes, spray over it for about a good 10 to 15 seconds, what that does is it coats the lashes. So you have your sealant, or your primer that primes the lashes, and then you go right behind it with the nano mister. Now the nano mister is what you use when you are absolutely done lashing. Like when you're absolutely done with that set. You know you're absolutely done with that set. You've gotten all the kinks out. You separated all the ones that tend to kind of connect or whatever when you're going through the lashes, and you've combed everything out. This is when you want to go in with the nano mister, and it just kind of coats the lashes and it makes it last a little, make them last a little longer. As far as like retention wise, or well, yeah, basically retention, basically, because yeah. So you would pull this down. Isn't that cute? The little light comes on. That's how you know it's on or working. And then you would just go over the lashes like this again for about 10 to 15 seconds. That is so cute. I love this, y'all. All right. And it also comes with a little charger. I thought that was extra dope. Because a lot of things don't come with chargers these days. These days, you have to buy the charger separate from the actual thing. Next is my foundation. Again, this is my product. This is mine. I went through a vendor to get this formulated or, you know, put together. I went through a vendor for this. This is my product. It's vegan, it's cruelty free, and I will never test on animals. It is a liquid formula, and it has somewhat of a matte shine finish to it. Y'all, I put it on the other day. I made a video. I uploaded it to my social media. I put it on the other day, and I wore it for about a good 6 to 8 hours. Fine. Perfect. I'm talking about, well, not perfect, you know, but just like the best. And I do believe it would have lasted even longer if I had some setting spray to go with it. So, this can be bought on my website. I do have a shade chart on there for you to find your shade. Just keep in mind that we are in the fall/winter. So if you are darker, you might want to go a shade or two lighter. If you're lighter, you might want to go a shade or two darker now, because we've entered fall/winter. Just keep that in mind when you're looking for your shade, okay? This right here is the remover, and this is a cream remover. And I like cream removers a whole lot more or better because the cream remover, you can just sit it wherever you need it for it to go, and it's going to stay right there. And you're going to only remove what needs to be removed. You don't have to remove everything else in the world just to get to the little section that you want removed. Maybe you like the inner better than the outer, you know, and you got the time and you want to take a few out and start over, you know, but they've already kind of like, they're already adhered or stuck to the natural lash, however you want to put it. You can go in with this creamer, with the cream remover, set it right where you want to remove. It's not going to move. Set it right there wherever you want to remove it, and it's going to remove it. And you can just like brush them right on out with a spoolie. Or you can brush them right on out with these. Okay? Kind of wash it a little bit and start over, and then you good. That's why I like the cream. And then I also got the wipes. These help with cleaning off the tweezers, because you get glue on the tweezers a lot while you're lashing. And so if you keep a few of these right beside you, it makes it easier to get the glue off of the tweezers. These really work, y'all. These work wonders, y'all. Work wonders. I'm telling you. Love these things. I'm going to throw this one in the trash, so I'm not going to put it back in the pack. So that's that. I also have the tape. Now, this is the tape that you would write on when you're lashing, okay? This is the tape that you would just use to kind of get the bottom lashes out the way. This will like basically protect the bottom lashes as well, but you're gonna write on this one if you choose to write on the tape. But again, I like I like the stickers, so I would just write on the stickers. I would have this up under it, and I would write on the stickers. Now, one of the things I really wanted to do while I was lashing was have like the under eye mask, because I have under eye mask on my website as well for purchase, and they are very soothing. But there is a serum inside of my under eye mask, so it won't work with the tape because it won't stay. If I can find another way to incorporate the under eye mask in a service, maybe with the brows, then I'll do that. It's gonna be an extra add-on, but it's a nice add-on to add to your service. These are the tweezers that I use when I'm lashing, y'all. And it's funny because they look very similar, but they're not. Beside this one. This one is really supposed to be for isolating or keeping the other lashes out of the way. It's pretty good with that. What I've also known that it's good with is fans as well. Kind of crazy, but it is. It's kind of good with the fans. This one is good for isolating and picking up. And it kind of makes it difficult because they're all good at different things when it comes to lashing. And it's like you can't really go in between. You can't put this one down to pick them up, and then you can't pick them up and then put these down. So anyway, I figure it out. So that's these. And so I'm gonna just show you all of them at the same time. They look very similar, but they're not. One is good for isolating, one is good for picking up the lash, and then one is good for holding fans. Like when you're picking up the fan and you gotta hold it to kind of like dip it in the glue. These are the ones I go back and forth with right here. These are the ones that I'm going to use for isolating all the time because they're straight and it gets straight to the point. You know, you can stick right up in there where you need to go, move them to the side, isolate them, and get the job done. I absolutely love these. I love these. These I use with brow waxing or waxing the brows. This is for people who have thick brows but want to thin them out. You would take a little off the top with these. This is not a booger snugger. It's not. It's what you use when you're lashing. So let's say you're at a point where you're lashing and you need a set or a part to dry quicker than usual. You would use this and just squeeze the air on them. What I like to do is hold this in one hand and then I have the spoolie in the other hand, and so I'm combing through them and, you know, putting the air on them as well while I'm combing through them. That also, and I try to like comb through them with the air, try to like separate them with the tip of the spoolie and then with the air as well to kind of like harry it along a little bit. Now, let me tell you something. Okay? When y'all go to these nail shops, these chop shops, as y'all like to call them, and they putting on your lashes for you, like a pair of strip lashes or whatever, and sometimes cluster lashes or eyelash tabs. I like to use these because sometimes I have people that will buy lashes from me and then they'll want me to put them on for them. Now, let me tell you something. If I put your lashes on, at the end of the day, you cannot just pull them off. You cannot, because you are going to take out so much of your natural lash with them. It's ridiculous. Okay, so you're going to want to use your facial cleanser to take them off if I put them on, because they're going to stay on. They'll be able to stay on for at least 2 days. That's at the least 2 days. Okay, anyway, so if y'all going to these chop shops, right, and then they putting y'all lashes on for y'all, and they holding the lashes like this, and they start blowing on the lashes with their breath, like literally blowing on y'all lashes with their breath, run. Do you know how many germs and how much, I'm going to say bacteria, because that's how I feel about it. Do you know how much of that stuff they are putting on your lashes, y'all? That's why a lot of women go to these places and they end up with like these styes or pink eye, things like that, because they blowing their breath, they funky breath, they germs, some of everything on y'all lashes, and that's not cool. Oh, while we at it, while we're at it, let's get into double dipping. Let's get into it. This is gonna be my little thing. You know what? Hold on. I got you. I got you. So this is another thing of my wax right here. Right? Another thing of my wax. It's not it's hard right now. It's not nothing like that. Alright. So hold on, we going to these nail shops, getting your brows done. I feel you, you know what I'm saying? I feel you. But let me tell you what they're doing. It's called double dipping. And they're doing it all in y'all face. And it's disgusting. So, what they'll do is they'll get the stick. They'll dip it in the wax. Right? They'll put it on your face. Right? Take that same end, that same wax that they just put on your face. Smother it across your face. You know what I'm saying? And put it back in there. That's double dipping. And then use the same stick on the next person or you again, and they did it before you with the last person. That's called double dipping, y'all. And let me tell you why it's a bad thing, for two reasons. One reason is because waxing is a form of exfoliation, okay? All of the debris and dust and dirt from the world gets on your face, right? And so when they waxing is removing that first little, dirt layer of skin. Even though before they wax, they're supposed to clean the area, there's still going to be something there, okay? And again, waxing is a form of exfoliation. So all that debris or whatever that just lifted off your face and go and dip it back in that wax to smear it on the next person's face is not cool. Is not cool. That's one reason why it's disgusting to double dip. The other reason is when you're waxing, there are little itty bitty micro particles of blood that comes out when you're getting waxed. So for them to put that stick back in that wax and put it back across your face and then put it back in that wax, y'all, that is nasty. Okay? That is nasty. Okay? Stop letting these folks double dip across y'all face. Come see me. Come see me over here at Salon, K-Mill Beauty. Come see me. I don't double dip at all. Now, let me tell you what else they'll do. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these chop shops don't like to waste material, as they say. They say using this stick once and throwing it away is wasting material or wasting products. Back to it. They might use one end of the stick, dip it in there, put it on your face, right? They might not dip that same end back in there, but they might use the other end, okay? And dip that in there. Let me tell you why this is my opinion. I'm not asking for your 2 cents, but I'm telling you my opinion as a licensed professional. Okay? Hear me out. That's still disgusting. Especially if you're one of the ones that's waxing without gloves, because you done touched this. You done touched this, and then you finna dip it in the wax and smear it across their face. I don't do that. Now, let me tell you something. One of the reasons why I feel like schooling is very important in this industry is because it teaches you sanitation and disinfection. If you're a licensed professional and you are bypassing or skipping over sanitation and disinfection, I question you. I question you. I do. Because that was taught heavily at the school I went to. I went to Ogle. I went to Ogle School of Hair, Skin, and Nails of North Dallas, right here off of Preston Road in Dallas. And my instructor, her name was Miss Atterbury, Miss Monica Atterbury. She was big on sanitation and disinfection, y'all. Big on it. And when you go take your state test, when you go take the practical part, now this is how it was when I took my test years ago. I don't know how it is now. But if you didn't pass the sanitation disinfection part of it, you didn't pass. You could have passed all the other sections, all the other parts. You could have passed the waxing part, the facial part, the steaming towel part. You could have passed all that. But if you did not pass sanitation and disinfection, you did not pass the entire practical. A lot of girls have taken the practical 3 and 4 times, baby. When I tell y'all, I took each one once. I took the reading once and passed it. I took the practical once and passed it. I meant business. And not only that, the school I went to, which is again Ogle, they offered practice. So like 2 days before I was there going over the practical part, the night before I went there and practiced on the practical part as well. And they allowed it. Now that was then. I don't know about now. I want to say that I'm sure that they'll offer it to this day because they want to make sure you pass. I feel like the school I went to, Ogle, really cared if you passed or not. I really do. And what I also noticed that when I went to any job interview I went for in that field, in my field, I always got the job. I always got the job when I mention Ogle or they see Ogle on my application or my resume. I've always gotten the job. And this like they prepare you for it. They prepare you for the interview process. If you're going for an interview in your field, you never go without your credentials. You never go without your license. Never. What is the point of going to an interview for your field and go without your license? It doesn't make sense. You go prepared with your license and your resume, dressed in black, ready to go. Ready to go. Like when I went to go take my interview for Ulta Beauty, I was ready. I had my facial products in the car. I was ready. So if they wanted to do an on-the-spot interview, I was ready. I was ready. Now with Amazing Lash Studio, it didn't go that way because they provided everything. They almost want you to forget what you learned in school because they wanted to teach you their way of doing it with their utensils, you know, with their equipment. So that's the thing with Amazing Lash. But baby, I was ready. These are like little flower things you can use to put your glue in. You can see that I've already used this one, but I have more in the package. And they had these for very cheap. They were like 25 cents each. Oh, you know what? I want to show you. These are my products, and I offer them on my website as well. These are my under eye masks infused with gold particles. This is my product that I offer on my website. Check it out. Shop www.kmiabeauty.com. This is one of my shades of my concealer. It's a liquid concealer. Isn't that bottle pretty? Look at that. I love that. Love that bottle. And that's what it looks like. This can be purchased on my website as well, www.kmiabeauty.com. This is one of my eyeshadow palettes that is also offered on my website, www.kmiabeauty.com. This is another one of my eyeshadow palettes. Another thing that I like about my packaging is it's magnetic. So that's another thing I like about my packaging. And this is one of my other ones. And I know these two look alike, but they're not. Oh, I forgot this. This is one of my smaller sterilizing jars. right here. I'll use this for tweezers sometimes in between, but when I say tweezers, I mean more like these, the smaller sets of tweezers. This is what I use when I'm waxing your brows and and I find, a few strays. I'll go in with the tweezers and pluck those strays. You don't want to keep waxing on the same area, you know, I say more than once. In school we were taught never wax over the same area twice, but I try not to at all. I'll go in with my tweezers and remove the stray hairs. This little thing I love, love, love because it has the rubber. Ooh, ooh, ooh! It has the rubber bottom in it. So I love this. If they had this jar a little bigger, I would love this one. This would be my go-to right here. Again, you would fill it up with the barbicide, and then the rest with water. And then your tools will sit in this for 10 minutes. Well, first of all, it's called sanitation and disinfection. So sanitizing means you are washing them with soap and water. And then after that, the disinfection is when you put them in this barbicide for 10 minutes. And then you take them out, and then you wipe them down, and then you put them in the sterilizer. Now, some people like to put their tools in the sterilizing pouches, and then put it in the sterilizer. That's fine. Some don't. Some just like to hang theirs in their little, like a little rack hanger that they have for like tweezers and things like that. Some people like to do it like that, and that's fine too. That's fine too. But you guys, I think that is the end of my haul. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment your question. Reach out. I am more than happy to answer your question for you. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't know everything, but I still have my books, so I can research it real talk. But thank you guys for watching. Again, like, comment, and subscribe.